Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, Books with Natasa, and today I have a super fun video film for you guys, and that is 23 books I want to read in 2023. So this is gonna be a long video and I hope you guys will enjoy it. So sit back, relax, grab a snack, and let's just get straight into it. The first book that I want to read in 2023 is Meet Me Halfway by Lillian T. James, and this is a grumpy sunshine neighborhood, single parent, age gap, I believe, romance book. And I have heard that it's very similar to Wait For It by Mariana Zapata. And many of you know that Wait For It by Mariana Zapata is one of my all-time favorite books. I really loved it, and I hope I will love this book as well. I have heard nothing but amazing things, but when I checked on Goodreads, there were a lot of mixed reviews. Like, so many people thought it was way too similar to Wait For It, except for a few scenes, but I'm really excited to see if they're right or if I'm gonna love it like the other half of the people in the reviews. Next book that I want to read is By a Thread by Lucy Score. This will be my second Lucy Score book ever, and I'm super excited for it. This is workplace age gap, hate to lovers, a romance book, and again it's a big one, and I think I really like those, especially when they are slow burn, and I think this is gonna be a new favorite of mine. I predict this is gonna be a 5-star read, and I can't wait to read it. I keep hearing incredible things about Lucy Score, so I decided to give more of her books a try. So far I have started the Knockamount series, and now this. I am planning on going more back with her books, but I have no idea when that will be. But so far, this is one of my most anticipated reads for the year to read, and I can't wait for it. Next, we have Beautifully Broken Pieces by Catherine Cowles. This is book number 1 in the Shutter Lake series, and basically I really want to read the entirety of the Shutter Lake series. This is the last series that I have to read by her, in that then I will have completed all my read through of her backlist, and I couldn't be happier. So far this is, I think, my least favorite. I have started already while I'm filming this book. I think I'm on book 3 at the moment, and I feel like it's too similar to the Tatter and Torn series, but this one was done less good. Not to say that it's not really good again, because the stories are really emotional and super impactful for me, but I don't know, I'm just not feeling this series as much as the previous ones. Now this next one you probably have tired of me talking, but that is Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. My goal for this year is hopefully to read all the Last Hour series by Cassandra Clare, but at this time I will be satisfied to just finally read Chain of Gold. I did start it before the end of the year, and I got like 15% through it, but then I just put it down and started a new book without realizing it. But now that I have a physical copy and it's actually in my bookshelf staring at me and judging me, I think this will help me a bit more to read it, but we'll see. I will try my best. I have physical, ebook, audiobook. I will try by any format necessary to read this book, because the little bit that I read, I really did love. It gave me definitely 5-star feels, and when Will and Tessa made an appearance, I was screaming and crying, and I was like super emotional already. But I just find it super hard to move in these books fast, because Cassandra Clare has a way of writing that just puts me in a reading slump, and I have no idea why that is, because I really like her books. I think it's just her writing style, because she puts too much information about the locations, and where the character's whereabouts and all that. Well, I prefer to be character-driven plot, but this one is like plot-driven by plot, something like that. So yeah. Next, I'm hoping to get out of my fantasy reading slump, so I have found a new series to start, and that is Guild, the book number 1 in the Plated Prisoner series by Erin Kennedy. I keep hearing incredible things about the series all over BookTube and in BookTok and basically everywhere on the internet. So many people have compared it to The Throne of Glasses, which I read last year and absolutely loved. They compared it with the TOG series in regards that each book gets better and better, and when you reach to the most recent books, it just gets so much better. And I'm not sure how else to explain it, but this one is a Midas retelling, reimagining, something like that. And that is what kind of puts me out, but I heard amazing things about the romance in this and the plot, so I really want to give it a try, and maybe who knows, I will actually like it. Next we have Under a Lock by Mariana Zapata. This will be my next Mariana Zapata book that I want to read. I don't have many of the books left, but I'm not very intrigued by those that I have left. I have Lukov and DR Iron and this Under Lock, and I'm not sure if I'm interested in all the rest, but we'll see. This one is an age gap workplace romance, and it's with motorcycles, and I'm really excited to get through it. Many people have given it 5 stars, but there are some reviews that have given it 3. But I'm not sure which direction I'm gonna fall in, but let's hope it's 5 stars because I think this is gonna be a really good book, but we'll see. Next we have Irresistible by Melanie Harlow. This is I'm not sure what the series name is, but it's a single parent small town romance, and many of you know that this trope is my all-time favorite trope. And my friend Alisa recommended me this book after she read it and told me that this would be a really, I'm sorry, I'm blanking out the word, really similar to Debbie Perry's small town romance books. So as many of you know, Debbie Perry is one of my all-time favorite authors, so I decided to give it a try. I did try one time to start it, but I wasn't really in the mood for it at the time, so I put it down and it ended up in my 2023 TBR. So we'll see how it will go, but I have a feeling I'm gonna like it. Next we have Does It Hurt by H.D. Carlton, and many of you know because I can't stop talking about, but The Cat and Mouse Duet is one of my all-time favorite series. I love Zayd and Adi so much, so when I saw that H.D. Carlton came out with a new book, I was like super anxious to read it, but the synopsis sort of put me off on this because we have a stolen identity, we have a lost identity, we have there is a suspense plot going on here, and I keep seeing incredible reviews about it, so I'm just not gonna think about it much and just get straight into the book without reading the synopsis again and just see how this goes. But I'm really excited to see, and I keep hearing incredible things about this scene there that's called the shark scene, and I'm just really excited to read it. Next we have Forever After All by Katharina Mora. And this one is a book that I found on BookTok and also was recommended to me by a friend on Instagram. This is a Marriage of Convenience book, and I think it's also a billionaire romance. And billionaire romances are not my favorite, but when stuff like this show up on my feed, I add them to my TBR immediately. I saw some quotes on it, and I really did think I'm gonna love this book, so I really want to give it a try, but we'll see. Next, we have Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. I mean, you know that I really want to read the next book by her, so I can be ready for Love Theoretically that's coming out this year. I really do think I'm gonna love this one because many people who love the Love Hypothesis really love this one, so I think it's gonna be a super fun read for me. I think it's a roommate's romance, but don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm confusing it with a roommate experiment. I'm not sure. I like to go in blind with most books, and I think this might be it as well. But yeah, so far I love the cover. I'm super excited to start it. I keep seeing a few quotes on it that make me super excited to pick it up, so we'll see. Next, we have another huge book, and that is The House of Hades by Rick Riordan. This is book number 5 in the Heroes of Olympus series. Many of you know that I started the Heroes of Olympus, I think, in 2020, maybe 21, I'm not sure. After I finished Percy Jackson, I immediately picked up these books, but each time I finished one, I was in a reading slump for the next 6 months, and I just hate it when that happens because I really do love this series, and I'm super excited to read The House of Hades because after that cliffhanger in the Mark of Athena, I am dying. I did start it and read at least 15%, but then my reading slump kicked in, so I put it down. So we'll see when I picked it up again, but I'm hoping to read like the half basically to take a break. I'm not sure how I'm gonna tackle this, but I'm hoping I can manage to read it, at least this one, and then I will have only Blood of Olympus, because I really want to read these two before the Percy Jackson book number 6 comes out. I think it comes out during the summer, but I need to check out if I can read it and not have read the Heroes of Olympus series. I'm not sure. Next we have Icebreaker by Hannah Grace, and this one is a hockey romance and friends to lovers, I think. And many people have compared it to The Deal by Elle Kennedy, and many of you know my deep love for the Off-Campus series, and especially Garrett and Hannah, and many people have compared this book to that, and just said that it's so much better than The Deal, and I really can't imagine anything being better than The Deal, so I really need to read it and form an opinion. But all the quotes that I have seen on BookTok and BookTube and basically the internet have told me that I'm really gonna love this one, and I think there isn't any actual problems in this book between the couple, except for the fact that the girl doesn't want a relationship in this. So I am really excited to see, because we don't really see the girl being the one that doesn't want a relationship. Usually we see the guy being on the standoff, so I'm really excited. Next, I really want to read all the given manga volumes that are out at the moment. I think that 7 volumes, and I am super excited because I love the anime. I read volume 1 a few days ago and I absolutely loved it, so I can't wait to continue reading with this. I think I'm just gonna binge read the entirety of the other 6 volumes, and I'm just so happy to be back with these characters and this plot, and I'm so happy that I watched the anime first, because in the manga we can listen to the songs, we just see them play the guitar or hit the drums, but we don't actually listen to anything. So I'm really happy that I have watched the anime and know the songs by heart, so when I see the song they're playing, it's already playing in my head, and I just love that so much. I love Mafio and Uyama so much, they're so adorable, and I just can't wait to see them in new chapters when they actually date, and I'm super excited for it. We have another manga that is Horimiya, and as you know, this is one of my favorite animes, and the anime did a very rushed job towards the end for this anime, so I really wanted to read the manga, to read it on its natural pace and just be back into this world, these characters, and just feel happy again, because this story just gives me all the light, fun feels, and I think this would be super fun for me to have to read when I'm also reading a bunch of shonen, and this would be a nice break. So, and I have at least, I think, 12 volumes, maybe more, I'm not sure, but it's not gonna take me a lot of time to read it, but I think I'm gonna pace myself because I really do enjoy reading Horimiya, and I am super anxious to start collecting the volumes. Next, one of my all-time favorite animes, and now I think manga, is Kami-sama Kiss. Many of you know I watched Kami-sama Kiss for the first time, I think in November, after recommendation from my friend Alisa. I will put her account down below. But yeah, Tomoe is my forever husband. I love him to death, and I have decided to start reading the manga because many people told me that a lot of stuff was left out in the anime, and I think it's gonna be amazing to be able to read it. So far, I have read only volume 1, and we have 25 volumes, I believe. And my first impression was the feelings and the emotions conveyed in the story are still there in the manga. My only sort of complaint is with how old the art is, but still I'm obsessed with the story, love Tomoe, love Nanami, love all these characters, and I love how Kami-sama Kiss is very similar to Fruits Basket, and it is giving so many happy feelings, and I'm so here for it. I just can't wait to read more of Tomoe and Nanami. These are my favorite couples, and I love them to death. Next we have Say You Swear by Megan Brandy, and this is a book that I keep hearing about, and many people say that it's an incredible and emotional romance, and I'm really excited. I think it's a second chance, but I'm not sure. I keep seeing people reading it and loving it, and I feel left out, so I really want to give it a try, but I need to be in the certain mood for it because I can't read any emotional books without being in a certain mood. I know it's weird, but that's just the way I am, but I keep hearing amazing things. I also read a few quotes on it on TikTok, and I think it's gonna be a 5-star rate. I will let you know. Next, Started by Debbie Perry, and many of you know I am currently slowly making my way through the backlist of Debbie Perry. I just have read the Lark Crow series, which is this book number 1, Tattered, is about. So this book is following Logan, who we meet in the Jameson Valley series in the Clover Chapel, and I really did like his character, but not sure how I feel about a book with him as the main character. That's what's keeping me from reading it, even though this book has some of my favorite tropes, which are second chance, single parent, secret baby, and I love it. So, and I have read so many quotes about it, and this book it sounds amazing, but I just can't see myself to pick it up and start it, because I know if I start I'm gonna finish it one sitting, but then I just I can't start it. It's a whole situation, but I'm hoping to be able to read it before the end of the year. Next we have Binding 13 by Chloe Walls, and this is a quite big book, and it's I think a duology, which is Binding 13 and Keeping 13, and I keep seeing this book everywhere lately, and the quotes on it make me want to read it so much because the guys and the girls' relationship is amazing. It's soulmates, it's perfection. I keep wanting to read it, but these books are humongous. I think there are like 800 pages each, so that's what's keeping me from picking them up. I think I'm not gonna. I don't want to start them with 800-page book at the beginning of the year because I feel like it's gonna put me in a reading slump for at least 6 months, and I'm not sure I can handle that at the moment because I'm also pretty swamped in watching anime and K-dramas. So I think if I'm also in a reading slump, my mental health will also plummet, and I'm not ready for that. Next, we have my current read, and that is Belladonna by Adeline Grace. I kept seeing this book around, and many people said that it was really good and the romance was incredible. So, and like I said in previous clip, I really want to get back into fantasy, so I picked up the audible for this one. And so far I'm obsessed with Death, the character, and I am so rooting for a romance between him and Sidra. But Sidra as our heroine, I really don't like. She's super annoying and frustrating, but I'm super invested in the plot and the story, and Death as a character that I'm really going to keep going. But if it was up to the heroine only, this book, I would have DNF'd it by now. But I'm really super engaged with the story, and I just can't wait to see where this story will go. So far I'm about 100 pages in, but hopefully I will switch back to physical and audiobook so I can read it faster, because with the audiobook 100 pages takes me like 5 hours, and while reading it physically it barely takes me half an hour. So next we have another manga series that is Seraph of the End, and I'm super excited to start reading this manga because Seraph of the End anime is one of my favorites. Mika and you, I'm so shipping them. I hear nothing, they are canon, no one can tell me otherwise, and I won't believe you if you say that, because the author has said it so, and I think it's gonna happen in the next volumes. So I'm really going to read all the volumes and be able to catch up and read chapter by chapter as the author upstages us, and be able to scream with everyone when Mika and you become canon, because I believe that they will be canon. So basically my ranting is over, but I have so far physical copies for volume 1, and I will try to get more, but if not I will read it digitally. But yeah, I am super excited to read this, and I will let you know. Next we have A Curse of True Love by Stephanie Garber. I haven't put many new releases on this one because I have videos coming up with my most anticipated releases, and I just felt like this book needed to be here because it's it's one of the books that I'm most anxious to get my hands on, because after the ending of The Ballad of Never After, I'm just really excited to read the final book in the series, but I'm super anxious because Stephanie Garber is twisted, and I can see her giving us a heartbreaking ending, and I just can't handle that. I really want Jackson and Evangeline to be happy and together, and just Apollo can go die, I don't care. But I'm super excited to read it, and I can't wait for the fall to have this book on my hands. I really need to start looking for a way to pre-order it, because I am trying to get the US edition hardcover, and it's really difficult for me to get it here because I live in Greece, and it's a whole complication on itself. So yeah. The final book on this list is one that I haven't stopped talking about ever since I read the second book, and that is The Red Herring by Harlow. This is book number 3 in the Belgrave Dynasty series and part 2 in Nat and Asa's story. The synopsis for it was just released a few days ago, and I am dying. Also, we got a date of release, which is February 16th, and I'm just super excited to read it. I need to reread Lady Goodman to get back into the story and the feelings and everything about it, but I'm not sure when that will be. Probably a week before the release of this book, because I think it's gonna take me a day to read it, but you never know, something might happen, so I want to be able to have a week to be able to read it, and then just go straight into the new release and scream. Because this book I think took at least a year and a half to write. I'm not sure what happened with the author or if anything happened, but it was super stressful, and so many books are giving me so much stress lately because, for example, Crescent City, we have no idea when that was coming. Don't get me started on The Fifth Winter by JLA. We have no release. We have like 4 books from the Blood and Ash series coming out this year and the next week, but we have no idea when The Fifth Winter is coming. and that is killing me. Then we have a new Cassandra Clare book. Then we have so many new releases. We have a new Kerry Maniscalco book and so many new books, but they take forever to release, and that is killing me. And I understand the author needs time to write and think and plot our demise, but it's giving me a heartache, a headache, and so much stress. Especially JLA. I mean, she writes super fast, but she doesn't write the right books. I mean, I understand. I love the From Blood and Ashes. I love the From Flesh and Fires. I do. I love it so much. But take a break. Release the Fever Window because it is the last book in this universe. Give us the closure that we need, and then continue with the From Blood and Ashes series. No one is stopping you. I mean, seriously, it's almost like 3 years now that we have been waiting for this book. She says that she's writing it, that she has finished it, but she won't publish it. I mean, why? Why are you doing this to me? Just give me the book. I beg you. So that's it for my video. I hope you guys had fun. I know I did. I had so much fun talking about all these different books that I plan to read in this year. I hope you guys have found some. Let me know down in the comments what are the books that are on your top to be read list. And like, subscribe, stick around, and I will see you for my next video next Wednesday. Bye!